What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if y'all please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, and hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rebel Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, we got some news, some big news in my opinion, that has been confirmed about Mortal Kombat 11. Now let's speak on it. Now I know a lot of y'all gonna ask the question immediately. How you gonna have news on the game that hasn't had support since 2021? Allow me to explain. Mortal Kombat 11 has been running on Unreal Engine 3 and not Unreal Engine 4 this entire time. You understand what I'm saying? So why is that big news? That's big news because Unreal Engine 5 is coming out, and for the people that haven't seen what Unreal Engine 5 can do, at least graphic-wise, we've yet to see how the game actually plays. We've yet to see how games actually play on it. But looks-wise, it literally transforms the way games look. You understand what I'm saying? And if they can match up with the look, if they can match up the play with the look, then you got something special here. Basically, what we should have been getting, what we felt like we should have been getting this entire time, as far as gameplay and graphics wise, we're gonna possibly be getting with this Unreal Engine 5. Now, another reason why that's important is for the simple fact that, in the words of CM Punk when describing WWE, but I'm going to describe it with modern day game developers, or at least in this case with the developers at NetherRealm Studios and NetherRealm themselves, classic modern day game developers always 5 to 10 years behind what they should be doing now. We're getting ready to go to Unreal Engine 5, and these guys are still with Unreal Engine 3, the same systems, the same engine that has been used for games in the past like PS3. You understand what I'm saying? Like PS3 games were built on this engine, and yet on PlayStation 4s, Xbox Ones, and next gen systems, you have this game Mortal Kombat 11 still on that same exact engine. You understand what I'm saying? And we're wondering why we're getting all these hitbox issues and whatnot. But enough of that right now. We got an article here we're gonna read, we're gonna react. It's just how we do. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. Mortal Kombat 11 is running on Unreal Engine 3, not Unreal Engine 4, the fighting game's graphic programming lead has confirmed. There was confusion as to which engine Mortal Kombat 11 was using with a behind-the-scenes trailer of the game featuring Unreal Engine 4's Blueprints editor. However, programmer John Greenberg has confirmed that this was being used by Mortal Kombat's mobile team, not the developers working on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC games. So let me stop right there. Because my immediate reaction is how the hell y'all using Unreal Engine 4 on the mobile game, but Unreal Engine 3 on the console game? That doesn't make any sense to me. Make that make sense. I want somebody to make that make sense. Now look, I don't work for NetherRealm, and at the rate I've been going at their neck, I probably never will. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't work for NetherRealm. I don't budget their money or anything like that. But I just gotta know, how do y'all make hundreds of millions of dollars just off of this game right here, Mortal Kombat 11, and yet y'all are still on Unreal Engine 3? All that money y'all made on previous Mortal Kombats, on previous Injustice games, and y'all are still working on the exact same engine that was used on PlayStation 3 and prior gen systems before them. That doesn't make any sense to me. On PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, that does not make any sense to me. It just doesn't. Let's continue. Greenberg made the reveal on Twitter, in which he responded to users attempting to edit the Mortal Kombat 11 Wikipedia page. To whoever keeps changing the Mortal Kombat 11 Wikipedia page to claim the game uses Unreal Engine 4, while I appreciate the intention and while we take this as a compliment, Mortal Kombat 11 is built on NRS's custom Unreal Engine 3 version, he tweeted. And yes, our version of Unreal Engine 3 is radically different than Epic's at this point. Again, let me stop and just say, that doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, I'm not talking about you explaining to the people that they're not using Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 3, but it doesn't make any sense to me that y'all would use an engine that is so old, whether you modified it or not. It doesn't make any sense to me that y'all have an older engine and expect that to pass for a passable game, or a passable engine for games that are later in progression. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me to use the same engine from previous systems in modern day games now. Look at what happened with 2K20, with WWE 2K20. They tried to take the same, I forget what engine they used, but they were using an engine that dated all the way back to PlayStation 2 days, and they wondered why on modern day systems that a PlayStation 2 engine didn't work on a modern day system. Because it's not built for that. You understand what I'm saying? And yet, for people that play Mortal Kombat 11 and still played it, have played it, whatever your situation or whatever your relationship may be with Mortal Kombat 11 at this time, we sit here and wonder why the gameplay feels so choppy. The game feels incomplete. Because to be honest with you, this game is not supposed to be supported on this type of system. You understand what I'm saying? The type of engine, Unreal Engine 3, is not meant to be running properly on this gen system and next gen system. For PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, Unreal Engine 3 is not built for this type of system. You understand what I'm saying? You need Unreal Engine 4 and soon to be Unreal Engine 5 so that the game will perform better. And to me, that just doesn't make any sense as to why they would do that. It just doesn't. Let's continue. Greenberg noted that the game is running on a custom version of Unreal Engine 3 which has been modified by NetherRealm Studios, calling the reasoning behind this decision long and complicated. I just got through saying that. It don't make no sense to them either, but yet they still doing it. Make it make sense. Greenberg stated that NetherRealm wanted to immediately commence work on Mortal Kombat 11 after it had finished with Injustice 2, and that working in Unreal Engine 4 would have required the team to rebuild years and years worth of stuff. So, to answer your question, well, why does Mortal Kombat 11 feel incomplete? Because it is incomplete. They never finished the game. They rushed it. That's why the game plays the way it does. It looks phenomenal. You can do some cool things on it, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, the game is severely lacking a lot of things it should not be lacking, and there's no excuse for it to be lacking it. Responding to a follower who pointed out the Blueprints editor appearing in a Mortal Kombat 11 trailer, Greenberg replied, "Mobile is using Unreal Engine 4 and footage got mixed in. We're all in the same building, and in some cases some folks end up working on both." Greenberg also confirmed that the Nintendo Switch version of the game would also run on a modified Unreal Engine 3, though this version of the game is being worked on by Shiver, not NetherRealm Studios. NetherRealm will handle the PS4, Xbox One, and PC versions of the game, and that is the end of the article. So I'm going to close the video out with this. I don't mean to reiterate myself, but I please want somebody to make it make sense to why you would use Unreal Engine 4 knowing damn well that these games are not going to perform at the rate that they need to perform at. You understand what I'm saying? You can make them look as good. You can modify them to make the graphics look this. Because let's look at... you can say what you want to about Mortal Kombat 11. Graphically, this is the best looking fighting game I probably have to... I have ever put my hands on at this point in time. The game just looks phenomenal. It is. It just sucks that the game doesn't perform half as well as it looks. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a travesty because of all that money we put into it. You understand what I'm saying? All the different things that you should be able to do on this game, and yet it's still lacking so much. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, NetherRealm, you don't want to build more and more years. You don't want to rebuild more and more years of stuff on Unreal Engine 4. But at this rate, when people have paid you all this money for the game, why not? This is something that should have already been done, and if you'd have done it to begin with, like maybe with Injustice, maybe with Injustice 1, Injustice 2, you wouldn't have been in this situation now. Now with y'all rushing out Mortal Kombat 11 and putting it on an engine it didn't need to be on, now we stuck with Mortal Kombat 11 in the sense of the game is not performing as good as it should, even though it looks phenomenal. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this. As long as y'all may respectful logic, we can have a conversation. But that's going to be the end of my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you. My name is Ray King, and I will see y'all next time.